guys, welcome back to Tigre Gitana. My name is Abby, and today we're going to be talking about how to manifest with the chart of the moment. And the reason why I wanted to make this video, and you might be like, well, Abby, why didn't you make this video yesterday? Because happy new moon in Taurus, by the way. Yes, I didn't actually get the idea to make this video till I came out of the shower while I was putting my Taurus hair oil on, which smells amazing. So I didn't actually get this idea, like Spirit didn't give me this idea until I was in the shower. So I wanted to make this video because I think it's important for my brujas out there to understand how to work with astrology and the chart in order to manifest what they need. And it's really kind of simple in many ways. What you really need to do is pull up the chart of the moment, wherever it is that you're doing spell work or where you're prepping spell work. Pull up the chart and see where the planets are. So what signs are in what planets, what do you see most of? So right now we have a lot of earth in the chart. Capricorn and Taurus are pretty much taking over life. So that really indicates to me that there's a lot of root work, like root chakra work, foundational work, physical manifestation, money, your relationship with money, your relationship with abundance, prosperity, and how you manifest using that energy. So right now with the moon in Taurus and Mercury in Taurus, what that really tells me is that there is a need to plan ahead, but to also emotionally heal. So when I say this because a lot of people try, like, one of the things that people try to manifest the most is money. But the problem is that if you have a negative relationship with money, then you will not manifest, or you will not manifest properly or as much as you wanted to manifest in the first place. So the best way to really take this chart and manifest with the energy, so look at the chart, look at the placement. So we have Venus in Gemini. Venus, planets of love, abundance, money, all these things in Gemini, which means that there is minds, like you have to really focus on not only understanding that you need to do the root chakra work, but you also need to mentally be ready to do the root chakra work, and address your relationship with money. So we also have Mars in Capricorn, which is the planet of war, passion, drive, in Capricorn, and Uranus just recently today moving into Taurus. So lots of earth. This is a great time to, if you're using the energy of your chart, great time to do long-term manifestations, as far as clearly visualizing and speaking into or writing down, especially with this Venus in Gemini energy, writing down exactly what it is that you want to manifest long-term. Capricorn and Taurus, long-term energies. Earth energies always want to last the longest because we want to build for the long term. We don't have to want to be worried about things 5 minutes from now. We want to be good and solid for later. So with Mercury being in Taurus, you really want to think about, the Taurus energy. They want to feel comfortable. They're fixed signs, so they want to feel comfortable long term. So if Mercury is in Taurus, then your mindset should be doing around spell work that will last long term. And because there's so much earth in this chart, including Saturn, Uranus, Pluto, Mars, Mercury, the sun is still in Taurus, like, so much earth in the chart, it is essential to do earth magic, earth elemental magic, root chakra work, reconnect with your foundations, reconnect with your relationship with money, because that's one of the ones that really addresses it's like the physical manifestation of when your root chakra is not good. You will see it in your foundation. As far as with money is one of the fastest ways that it manifests. So with money, the way healing your relationship with money works is really by taking time to address your past relationship, how your past relationship with money has been. And I say this to say, because Jupiter is still in Scorpio, Saturn is still in Capricorn, and Pluto is still in Capricorn all three of them in retrograde. So that means that we're addressing past issues. So if there's loans or any debt, credit card debt, home debt, like things that you invested in the past that you didn't get addressed properly, or maybe you didn't know enough about to really understand what you were signing into, contracts that you signed, because you have the one thing that people need to understand about contracts is that that is spell work. That's corporate spell work. When you're signing into something, you are adding your energy to this thing, which then can ruin and hinder your relationship with money later, because if you're signing a loan and then you're not looking at the fine print, and it ends up not being something that benefits you later on, which is probably right now, you are now getting asked to address these things, and it might not be your favorite things to address. And so your relationship with money can come from a place of resentment and hate and frustration and struggle, which then, while you're trying to manifest and do spell work surrounding money, you're gonna have a really hard time because your relationship with money is not good. So with this 3 planets in retrograde, really tells me that needs to be healing done in that area, especially because there's so much earth. So using that Venus in Gemini, mind, focus on the mind, use that Neptune in Pisces as well, because Neptune is a subconscious. So if you're consciously saying mantras to yourself about money and that you're abundant and all this stuff, but subconsciously you are like, oh my god, I better have to pay this, and I haven't gotten this, and I haven't gotten that, then you're not going to be attracting money in the way that you want, or period. So the way to use a chart to do spell work, you look at the chart, you look at the planets. You can work with your chart as well, but it's really good to work with the chart in the moment, because then you're working with your own transits. And if there's healing that needs to be done, you can focus on root chakra healing. You can maybe take a Reiki session. You can do crystal work. Right now in New York City it is raining, so I would be doing all my spell work indoors. You can do ancestor work. Is one of the best ways to do root chakra healing when it comes to earth, because that's past lives. That's you're working with things that are now we are of this earth anyway, but that are now embedded in this earth, and their energy is encoded in this earth, and they can only help you through the spiritual through the spiritual doors to like help you actually manifest things and put you in the right places. But ancestor work is essential because you can heal past life issues through ancestor work. So working with this earth energy doesn't only just mean like, oh, grab a garnet. I actually don't have my garnet on. Shame. This is like my I'm a Capricorn. I was born in January. This is my birthstone. I love garnet for root chakra. I always have it on, but I just took a shower. So anyway, so yeah. So with planets in retrograde plus so much earth, it's really like the focus of the chart is really telling you, hey, you need to work on your foundations. You need to prep and plan for the future. So with Mars being in Capricorn, for example, just that energy alone, Mars, planet of war, passion, drive, being in the sign of Capricorn, cardinal energy, go energy, moving energy, very focused, very strong energy to really plan out what you want to do. So this is a great time to write down, use that Venus and Gemini. I'm gonna just say it based on the chart, like the placements now. Use that Venus and Gemini energy to write down exactly in detail what you want. Use that Mars and Capricorn energy to make sure that you are passionate about what you are asking for. Use that Neptune in Pisces energy to heal your subconscious, as well as that Mercury and Taurus energy to heal your subconscious back down to your root, because that is the only way that you're going to be able to manifest properly. Use the moon in Taurus energy to really help you heal on an emotional level what your relationship with money is, and change that mentality. Set the intention for that mentality, for you to have a better relationship with money, for you to attract money better, for you to be the money energy, because money really is just the energy of value, especially to earth signs. Things that we value are like money to us. Like people, if we value you, you are like money to us. You're something that we value. So change the mentality of what you think money is, what your relationship to money is. Really with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto retrograding, where Capricorn and Scorpio, really take a look at your past expenses, past things that you've done, how that's affected your relationship with money now, and then release any negative connotations and address what needs to be addressed. Set the intention to be free of whatever it is that you need to be free of, and work your way into still, even though you've had these past negative connections to money, to actively work to heal those things, because your relationship with money is just like your relationship with a partner. Honestly, if you have a negative relationship, like a negative love just mentality, as far as like people who you attract, you're gonna always attract the same person. You're never gonna really evolve until you learn the lesson. So relationship with money, heal your relationship with money. With Uranus now coming into Taurus, what you need to focus on is longer term manifestations, because again, Uranus stays in a sign for about 7 years. So you want to focus on longer term manifestation. Set the intention now for what the you want Uranus to do, even if it's gonna come out randomly, even if it's gonna like Uranus is very unexpected. Even so, set the intention of what it is that you're trying to change, because going to demand innovation. Again, Uranus is really going to demand you to upgrade your stuff. One of the things that you should upgrade is your relationship with money. So if you're trying to do longer term, okay, I want a house, I want to have kids, I want to do all this stuff, great, that's cool, but you need to address this first and then set the intention for the longer term. So that way you're like, okay, I have a great relationship with money. If you need to say mantras, if you need to do affirmations, by all means, but just make sure that you're not telling yourself consciously this, and subconsciously you are telling yourself the opposite. But really using that Uranus energy to say, hey, you know what, if you're gonna change things up, like, accept the fact that the energy is gonna take place anyway. Like, okay, things are gonna change, cool, this is what I would like to upgrade in my life, this is how I would like to see this upgrade, and just set that. Definitely a lot of journaling with the Venus and Gemini energy, as far as like setting in stone what it is that you want. You can do a lot of plant work if you're into working with plants, in spell work, or working with like earth or herbs, teas. You could do a spiritual bath if you are working on releasing. I would definitely do some yoga today. It would be really good to just breathe into those spaces. Meditation for sure, because in order to heal that, you're really gonna need to tap in and work with your ancestors. That is my advice for it, for this specific chart of the moment. But you guys, this is really for whenever you want to pull up the chart and look at where the planets are. If before you do spell work, look at the chart, see, okay, well, I'm trying to do this spell, but it's not probably the right time for me doing a love spell if it's really me focusing on this area right now. So when you focus on the chart itself, you then can tap into what it's currently happening, and because it's currently happening, but it's also going to affect it on a longer term as well, so that way you can actively manifest with the energy that's already there, which makes for a lot easier manifestation. It makes for a lot easier healing, and then you're able to really get what you want long term. So yeah, so let me know if this kind of works for you guys, when, I don't know, whenever you guys use this video or use this advice, because I actually do this all the time. I look at the chart and then I see, okay, well, I need to work on this, and I need to do this, and I usually know what I need to work on before I get there. So, and then the plan is just supported, because it's usually like that. You end up getting aligned to the energy anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. All my links and stuff are gonna be down below. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Stay blessed.